This whole thing began with 2 goldfish that my sister acquired. From time to time, we'd have to go and buy fish supplies. And so we wound up going down to Exotic Aquatics. And then I think we just sort of liked to hang out there because it was a fascinating place. Well, right over the cash register was a hanging cage. In that hanging cage was this somber but somewhat comical presence embodied by this magnificent African gray parrot. And of course, an African gray parrot is gray for the most part, with sort of bright yellow eyes with those pupils that show emotion, but then a crimson red tail. Probably my sister and I were like, we gotta get him, we gotta get him. But I actually remember writing a document where I explained all the reasons why we should acquire this animal. And among them, I remember listing, like in a bullet point, this will teach Steve to be more responsible than he is currently. It sold the deal. So we bought the bird home, and the adventure began, and our lives were transformed in some strange way. And I am the man I am today because of it, for better or worse. He's like a little orange guy, right?
Yeah.
Orange, yeah. Is he from South America?
Yeah, by the Amazon.
By the Amazon, okay.
My name is Steve Baldwin. This is a wild parrot safari in Brooklyn. I will be your tour guide. This is a free tour. There's no obligation. I do this just because I enjoy trying to share the story of the parrots with the general public. They can eat the pine needles, and they can eat leaf buds. And they also, they're smart.
In the late 1950s, early 1960s, Argentina, from whence they are from, they wanted to get rid of these birds. They were causing problems. They were coming down eating crops. So they said, all right, well, why don't we just kill as many as we can? That wasn't as easy as they thought it would be. So they said, okay, rather than trying to wipe these birds out, why don't we just capture them, as many as we can, and send them to where the buyers are? Because this was at a time when pet bird ownership got popular. So by the mid-1960s, they were sending thousands of these birds through various international airports, including JFK. Something happened at Kennedy Airport. No one knows really what happened. The rumors that the mob was involved, you know, that the Lufthansa crew had a hand in it, that's probably a lot of hyperbole and myth. But the parrots started escaping from the airport. And a bunch of them showed up in Brooklyn, and they were tracked. A bunch of them showed up in Long Island. They started showing up in New Jersey. And then eventually the USDA and the Department of Environmental Conservation, which was a brand new agency, they found out about it. But their reaction wasn't, oh, this is interesting. We got green birds from Argentina. It's like they got on the phone with their friends down in Argentina, and they said, we got some of your birds here. What do we need to do with them? They said, kill them before they ruin everything. So they sent up a bunch of snipers. They killed about 300. This is in 1973. They didn't get them all. The birds that we have here now are the survivors of the eradication effort here in the 70s, and then the eradication effort in the 60s in Argentina. But they've made it here. They've survived here for 40 plus years. And I say give them some respect and marvel at their endurance and, you know, their street smarts. They're real survivors. They've done very, very well here, almost as if they belonged in Brooklyn.
Up by Pelham Bay Park, and also in Queens by Whitestone. The one borough there are 2 boroughs that we've never been able to colonize.